A respected colleague of mine yesterday said that the Montreal Canadiens will be hard-pressed to make the playoffs. That naturally got me to thinking, which naturally gets me to walking. And I don't see how the Montreal Canadiens can have a problem making the playoffs. They won the division last year with 103 points. Now, if you're going to win the division and then next year miss the playoffs, two things have to happen. One, everybody else gets a lot better, or you get a lot worse. So let's take a look at everyone else getting better first. Tampa will definitely be better. They had 94 points and didn't have Steven Stamkos for more than 17 games when he had 20 points. When he plays 82 games, the Tampa Bay Lightning are going to be way better than they were. The Toronto Maple Leafs are going to improve too. They had the rookie sensations of Matthews and Marner last year, and when they play more in their sophomore season, I don't think they're going to slump. They got a lot of talent there, man. Nylander too. I think Toronto is going to continue to improve, and they will likely take second place. But how do the Montreal Canadiens fall from 1 all the way to 4 or 5? The Ottawa Senators will bring into their lineup Frederic Chabot. He will improve them. That's not going to be a big difference. He's got to learn how to play the game, right? Boston Bruins, I can't see them improving. They got the Pasternak issue right now too. So I don't see how the Canadiens drop behind them. Florida will improve for sure, but they had only 81 points. Huberdeau will be back. He had a big injury, missed 3/4 of the season, but he can't make them jump 20 points. He can make them jump 10 though, so they'll be competitive again after a pretty bad last year. So there's just not enough teams passing the Montreal Canadiens that have improved enough. If you're saying Buffalo, come on, Buffalo's got a ways to go. Let's just hold our horses here and loving everybody else's players more than the Montreal Canadiens players. So I see them, dropping behind Tampa. For sure, Tampa's going to be vastly improved. And maybe Toronto too. So second, third, okay. But fifth? To miss the playoffs? Why? What happened? What happened in the offseason? Did the Canadiens lose Wayne Gretzky? I don't remember the day that happened. I don't really get where the pessimism is coming from. Okay, so you got to break down the lineup to see if the Canadiens got a lot poorer, because I don't think they did whatsoever. Yes, they lost Radulov. Big loss. Great player last year. But let's remember, too, okay? Radulov was playing for a contract, and you know what? I think Marc Bergevin might have got a little bit lucky on that one, that he didn't win that negotiation that the Dallas Stars eventually won, because he was playing for a contract, and now he's on a long-term deal, and I don't know if he's going to have the same hunger. A little bit of osmosis might have helped the Montreal Canadiens. Let's watch that one play out. However, did the Canadiens get worse? Well, they lost Radulov, but they gained Jonathan Drouin. That's a big gain. That's a hell of a hockey player. I don't know why people don't see how great a hockey player Jonathan Drouin is. You're going to really notice that in mid-October and November, that was a heist. And it might even be a heist at the center position. We'll see how that one plays out. But I'm pretty excited about watching that one play out. But yes, let's be honest here. I don't think the Canadiens are as good as they were on the blue line. Andrei Markov's a big loss. That was your number one guy a lot of the season to play with Shea Weber. And when he wasn't playing with Weber, he stabilized a second pairing. He's a hell of a defenseman, and that was a big loss. And to say that everyone by committee is going to fill those shoes, talent fills those shoes, and they don't have the same talent that Markov does. So yes, I think the Canadiens on the blue line are not as good. But it's only 5 points not as good, 6 points not as good. Because on the other side of the ledger, you have Claude Julien. He's a great coach. And I think he's worth 5 or 6 points. And then you add, more than that, the fact that they have Carey Price locked in for long term. When your goalie gets .925, .930, you are essentially allowing 2 goals per game. That means you're competitive in almost every single game. When you're competitive at .930, try to find a team that has a .930 goalie that didn't make the playoffs. Go ahead, find it. Go through the annals of NHL history and find it. Now, I'm not a soothsayer. I can't tell you if Carey Price is going to be healthy the whole year. But I can tell you if Carey Price is healthy the whole year and is playing Carey Price goaltending at .925, .930, try to find a team with that type of goaltending that misses the playoffs, because essentially you're allowing 2 goals per game. So you don't miss the playoffs when you allow 2 goals per game. So that's my prediction. Third of the Montreal Canadiens. And I think I'm actually being a little bit pessimistic with my prediction. But I wonder what my dogs think. Scooter, what do you think? Scooter's kind of a dumb dog. There's no way he's going to make an accurate prediction. This one here, Libby, She's very intelligent, but she's very frightened too, so she probably won't make a prediction either. What's your prediction? Right down there, we got a comment section. Give us your prediction where you think the Montreal Canadiens are going to finish this year. I got them at second and third. I think Tampa's going to win the division with Stamkos healthy. After that, anybody can win it. Especially if, let's say, you're a GM that's got $8.5 million to spend. That can make a difference too if you spend that wisely. For recruits.ca, you've just taken a walk on the wild side.